Hey everybody, and welcome back to the exchange.
Welcome back, y'all.
Okay, yes, we've been acting crazy for a couple of weeks now. Danielle's fault, not mine. So today, I mentioned something last week, and so we're going to go a different direction today and talk about something different. Well, okay, last year was very challenging for everybody. This year, we're challenging ourselves, and so we'd like to challenge all of you also. To do something different this year. Um, I'm going to talk about we're going to talk about good news.
Good news.
Yes, all good news. Um, by doing this, listen, I want you to start thinking about yourself doing things differently than what you're usually doing. That you're something doing it in a way that you're unaccustomed maybe to doing it. Even coming out of your comfort zones that some of you may be weary about doing. But I want you to go and start believing and following what God says to you this year. Start listening to Him, and when He tells you to act and do an act of kindness, an act of love towards somebody, we're going to challenge you and challenge yourselves to do it.
Because the thing is about, because we want to achieve our dreams and we want to achieve our goals, but one of the ways, the greatest of these are, in anything that we do is love and being kind to people. And a lot of times when we do that, it takes the focus off of us and our own fears and our own, the things that our struggles, but it helps us just to, just to love on somebody else.
Correct. So by doing this, you're also here's the thing: you want to start doing things in love and kind and being kind to one another. I believe, and this is me. You may not believe this, but I'm just telling you how it works for me. I don't know how He do you. What our friends would say. I don't know how He do you, but I know how He does me. So by you doing this, I believe when you love on others and esteem others greater than yourselves, I believe you open yourselves up for greater gifts and greater blessings that will come towards you. So and I only say this because I've seen it happen for me and I've seen it happen for us. We always randomly do acts of kindness. We randomly, even tomorrow, which is that wonderful, great holiday.
It's the Martin Luther King Day On
Day
because
on.
because it's a day of service. So they
Yes.
call it a day on as opposed to a day off.
Yes. So we have a day on, which would be my day off, but I'm gonna be a day on.
We'll be at a school in the city of Philadelphia.
Yes.
We will be painting and
Painting,
help organize
organizing a
classroom.
school.
Yeah,
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's something we've been signed up to do.
with my job.
With her job.
TMNAS.
TMNAS. Okay. She didn't
Because
curse.
some
That was
people
not a
are going to
curse.
be watching for my job.
Yes. Okay. TMNMS. Okay. You got it. She said it right.
Tokyo Marine. Okay.
Yeah, Tokyo Marine. So listen, just thinking about this, I got this idea pretty much because I watch the news. My wife does not like watching the news a lot, and the reason why is if you look on the news, a lot of times it's a lot of
It's depressing.
depressing and bad news.
Yeah.
So there's hardly ever. I mean, they always have little snippets of, good news this or good news that. No. So this time we're just going to be talking about good news. We don't want to hear no bad news. You remember the song from the Oz, No Bad News? So just like lies are lies. So here's a story that I heard. There was a store, a restaurant in South Carolina. South Carolina, it was a black-owned seafood place, and it was broken into, and it was trashed a lot. I mean, whoever was in there, they were looking for something, and you could tell they were really rambling, looking for stuff. So anyway, from the video in the store, they recognized that it was somebody in that neighborhood. It was just somebody in that neighborhood who broke into the store, and of course they apprehended that suspect. But the owner did something that is not usual. That is something where we know a lot of times we're not accustomed to do. People are not accustomed to do. And he asked to speak to the guy. And he began to talk with the man who broke into his restaurant. And what he did after hearing the story, he forgave the man. So I think also is in these good news, what lessons can we learn? How many people are willing to forgive somebody for breaking up their store, breaking into and taking their things, especially when you work hard to get them.
Work very hard. Yeah.
You work
Yeah.
hard to get them, especially we've owned a business. We own a retail store where if somebody had broken in, we'd be like, what is going on? Okay. Would I have forgiven them? I don't know.
I would have. Yeah.
I don't know. So that's just me. But I need to work on some things. I told you, I'm being challenged this year too. So this man forgave this man because he found out the reason why the man broke into his store, he was trying to feed his family. And because of that, the man thought he was very sincere, and he was apologetic about him breaking in, but he was feeding his family. Wanted to feed his family. And this owner forgave him.
Wow.
Now, how many of you even have family members or even friends that you have not forgiven yet? That they may have said something or wronged you somehow. Challenge yourself this year to even. And when I'm saying this, I'm talking to me right now too. Mm-hmm. I'm finding ways to forgive things or forgive people that have wronged me. Now, majority of the time, I just let things flow. But there's sometimes when I deal with, that point of unforgiveness, of not wanting to forgive somebody for something. So challenge yourself this year by doing something just like that and finding the lesson in it so that you can teach somebody else and be a blessing to somebody else. What you got?
Well, I found.
And now.
And now.
And now, Danielle Jennings.
So there was one story that I found, and this story actually, it happened in the Midwest. I don't have the exact state.
Okay.
But it was a father whose son was being bullied in school.
That's a big thing.
And so what the father did was really, really unique. Okay. What he did was he went and he met with the little boy who was bullying his son, and he asked him, why are you doing this? What's the reason behind you bullying? And he said, I started bullying because people were started making fun of me because I would come to school, my clothes are dirty, my sneakers are torn. Wow. He said because we're poor. And so as a defense mechanism, he started bullying because he was being, because his feelings were being hurt because of his situation. And so what the father did was he took the little boy shopping, bought the boy clothes. Not only did he do that, but he started a crowdfunding or like a GoFundMe and raised $30,000 for the family so that the family can have. And that was truly, you don't hear that where people, taking the time to truly understand, what a person is going through and why they're acting the way that they're acting.
Wow, that's a powerful story.
That's a powerful story. Now,
first of all, we know for a fact that our children nowadays deal with a lot of bullying in school. As a matter of fact, we used to deal with bullies back in the day.
We did. Yeah.
And I'm saying back in the day, we used to deal with bullies too, but it wasn't like this. This social media, what do they call it? Social media. How do they say it? Cyberbullying. The cyberbullying, and then all the people that tag on to this stuff, it's even more, it's a whole nother level than when we were in school. It'll be just that one bully, but now you got people laying on stuff more and more, and your kids, watch what your kids are listening to, even with that, or watching on their social media. You don't want them to be part of that or have to deal with that. But then the story is where this man did something totally different and went and said, hey, why are you doing this? Once you find out the story, then what? His next recourse was to... He
acted. He did something. And that's truly amazing to me.
That is a good story. And listen, challenge yourself this year. And you may be dealing with a same situation, and you might find that is one of the reasons why that child is bullying your child or other children in school. Hey, you might want to find out really why and see whether or not you can do something to change that child's life and even change the family's life.
So as we move forward this year, and we know this is going to be the year of manifestation, it's the year that we're going to accomplish our dreams. It's the uncommon. It's going to be the year of the uncommon.
Yes.
So as we do that and we move forward, it's going to be important for us to not only move forward, but to also go backwards and to help others who are coming up behind us.
Correct.
And people that we see every day. So what we're going to do is we're going to challenge you to go show acts of kindness. And not only show acts of kindness, you can, let us know, hit us up, DM me or Dwayne. You can send us a video telling us what you did.
Yes.
Because we want to hear it, and we want to show the world, social media, that there is good news out there.
Not always bad news.
Not always bad news. Like for me, my little, I won't say little because it's still an act of kindness in
random.
That person.
It was random.
So I went to ShopRite and I had to pick up a few things. So I went into the line where it's like 10 items or less. So I went into 10 items or less, and so I'm in this aisle, and there was an older lady in the aisle next to me, and so while I'm rushing, I'm trying to get things done, and I hear that she swiped one card and she didn't have enough.
I heard.
And so, but the lady was talking to me, trying to get me out. And so I'm listening. And so I said, wait a minute, I'll take care of that. But before I did, she had already swiped and had already paid it. But what I did was I took it a step further.
Mm-hmm.
I took the money out of, I got extra money, and I ran outside to find her. And at first I couldn't find her, but then I turned to the left and she was right there, and I walked up to her and I gave her the money, and she was just so happy. She hugged me. She was just so happy. And that really made me feel good because, I was able to help someone, at that moment. And although she did, when you may or may not have enough money.
Hello.
So I was able to give, I don't know what her bill was, but looking at what she had, it couldn't have been more than $15, but I gave her more than that.
Now, what's so crazy about it? Years ago, I didn't know it was a big thing called random acts of kindness and things like that. I just believed, I think I used to see it, and you pretty much, when you're around certain people, this happens, where you happen to go out to eat and somebody pays for your meal that you're with. So years ago, I used to work at the Sheraton Hotel in North New Jersey. And every Sunday after I got off of work, I used to just sometimes go to the International House of Pancakes, IHOP.
Why do you have to make it sound so proper?
International House of because they wasn't calling it IHOP, they was called International House of Pancakes. So one morning I went in there, and one of my friends was in there, and I'm gonna give his name because he can actually tell you if it's the truth or not, and he will say it was because I ain't lying. His name was Brian Richardson. Him and his wife and people, I think it was him and his wife, were in IHOP that day, and they were eating a meal. Now I used to make some cash, because I used to be, flowing as a bellman, flowing with them singles. I wasn't at the club giving them away, but I was making it. So that Sunday morning, I seen them. We waved, we talked for a minute, and Spirit said, "Pay their bill." And I paid their bill, and I walked out. I didn't say anything to them. I said later when I said, but I didn't tell them I paid their bill. What was so crazy about that day when the Spirit told me to pay their bill, he calls me up and says, "Yo, DJ, man, thank God. Thank you so much for what you've done." And I was like, "Man, this is what we all do." He's like, "No." He said, "I forgot. Me and my wife both forgot our wallets at home. They didn't have no cash with them." No cash with him that day. I heard him speak, and then I acted. Listen, be about action this year.
Be about action.
Be about action.
Helping other people.
That's right. Doing simple acts of kindness.
I looked up, I had to do a little bit of research.
Uh-oh. I want to see the research.
So Reader's Digest had 30 simple acts of kindness you can do in 2 minutes or less.
Oh, go ahead. You do number one, I'm going to do number two.
Of course you want to do number two.
I'm going to do number two. Okay.
Well, we only got 10, so don't worry. We're not going to the whole
I'm going to do number two. Go ahead. Go ahead.
In the snow, you can help someone clear off their car.
Yes.
Well, that may or may not take 2 minutes or less, but depending upon how.
Well, if you wipe the glass of the car, that'll take 2 minutes. Get a broom, wipe the glass. Okay, here's number two. Now, this is not for everybody. Some people may want to do it. Nowadays, it's so healthy and it's so wealthy up in there, you do it anyway. So you might want to do this. It says, buy someone a lottery ticket. Oh, long as it's a winner. I only want winners. Oh,
he is
I
so
want the
crazy.
winners.
He is
Woo!
so crazy.
Let's buy somebody a lottery ticket.
And another one is tell a parent that they're doing well, especially like a new parent.
Yeah.
You know, someone who you know is struggling, or someone whose child may be ill or dealing with, you know, let them know that they're doing well.
Man, because that makes somebody feel great when they hear it, especially when you see a mother who's really taking care of their kids. The kids are clean looking. Now, everybody may not have a lot of good things, but they still, you can tell that they take care, of, their children, and that's good one. Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
Listen, this is a good one, and it's the same as almost like saying, "Hey, give somebody a compliment, a good compliment."
A compliment.
Say something nice to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at them all ratchet. Just did I say ratchet? Give someone a compliment.
Like if somebody have a woman see another woman, her hair looks nice, compliment her.
Yeah, you know what? Y'all be hating on each other. I be
Not
seeing
all the time.
Oh, there's a lot of women that.
Not all
now
the
there's
time.
some women that will give up the prospects. Like what? They be just looking.
Well, some
check.
are.
Yeah, they be
are.
checking.
Some give out the
Haterade. Go haterade.
Another one they said is offer to take a picture. Like because like we were at where were we? We were at Disney.
Yeah.
And we were trying to take a selfie in front of the what is that? The Tree of Life.
Tree of Life. Ho! A Book of Life. I got them mixed up. Okay.
The Tree of Life.
Tree of Life. Yes.
And so somebody offered to take a picture for us, and that was really cool.
That was really cool. Okay, leave a welcome note to a new neighbor.
Oh, that's really nice.
That's really nice because when we moved here, we got this new place. We moved here. All the neighbors.
First
of all, I came home and my wife had 2 guys on each side of her. When first time I rode up here, two guys.
They're very nice.
2 guys, and she in the middle. 2 guys. I'm like, wait. I roll up like, who is that? They were older guys though, but I was cool. But 2 guys.
And I met their wives. So yeah.
2 guys. She had 2.
They're very nice.
Okay, this is my turn.
No, it's my turn. Oh, this one is really nice. Buy extra umbrellas and keep them in the car. So when it's raining, if you see somebody out in the rain and they don't have an umbrella, you can give it to them.
Now, me and my boy Steve used to do that. I mean, we used to do that when we seen somebody, because there used to be a place we worked and everybody left their umbrellas all the time. They didn't come back for them. They were just there for years. So if it was pouring down rain and somebody walked, we used to get them umbrellas away.
And that's very nice.
Thank you, saints of God. Okay, this is a really good one. It's an important, because we are living in a society where it's important to do this. Recycle.
Yeah, we recycle. We do that
Yes,
often.
but recycle love. Recycle love. Recycle kindness. Just keep giving it. Just keep giving it up.
And care about the earth and recycle.
Yes, recycle.
Introduce yourself to someone who regularly helps you out. You know, if you're at work, you know, I meet the women who work, you know, who take care of the bathrooms. I meet the male people. I try to take time to, you know, just the cashier. If I go to the shop, right, and because when you can go back and say, hey, you know, Heidi, you know, that means a lot to somebody, that you remember their name.
Heidi, wow. Okay, and here's the last one that Reader's Digest suggests as 30. Well, it's only 10.
It's only 10.
Simple acts of kindness. I'm good at this. Danielle's all right. She thinks she's better than I am, but she's all right. But make somebody laugh.
Yeah.
That's good medicine.
Well, yeah,
I'm
it
serious.
is.
Laughter is good medicine.
So this week, we're just going to encourage you, just go out, show an act of kindness, and let us know about it. You know, if you post it, tag us.
Yes.
You know, hashtag the xChange. You know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hashtag the xChange. Tell your story, or even if you clip us with a video. I'm good with that. We just want to challenge you this year to do something. Be the best you this year. Be the best you can be this year. Do the best you can. And look, do it with love. Do it with kindness. Right?
That's right.
So listen, welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Check
you.
us back out. We're going to be doing what we do.